Welcome back to our lesson. We're still studying the book Freedom Walkers, the story of the Montgomery bus boycott. We are now in chapters 5 and chapter 6. In these two chapters, we will continue to explore and discuss facts and details of the boycott. We will uncover new details, strategies that were used, and also the heroes of the boycott. As I stated in our last lecture, I'll reiterate again. If you have any questions or comments, write them down for our consideration and our conversation. Take specific notes, vocabulary words that may be introduced, and pay close attention to key information that will be given. So what's happening in chapter 5? The boycott has begun. It has been about a week now, and African Americans are not riding the buses in Montgomery. They're now using taxis and personal vehicles to start carpooling, and some are even walking. The idea of carpooling came from Reverend T.J. Jemison of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, who had 2 years earlier staged a similar boycott, but it only lasted for a week. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. reached out to him about his efforts and what strategy he used, and it was the idea of carpooling and how successful it was. Let's look at our assignments for this week. Our collaborative assignment is, students, you will continue to work as a team to complete the boycott timeline that was assigned in your last lesson in part 2. You will continue to fill this out until there are 16 events on the timeline. Top and bottom of the timeline should be used. Your directions are simple. I want you to identify the boycott heroes as well as define their roles in the boycott. And as stated earlier, continue working on your timeline to complete it. Our independent assignment is you're going to read chapters 5 and chapter 6, taking notes on key events, strategies, people, and any important dates in those chapters. Place your notes in your notebook or create a Google Doc on your laptop. You will have 4 worksheets in this lesson of your independent assignment. The first assignment will be to complete the worksheet on chapter 5. Following that assignment, you will work on the questioning worksheet. This is to be done before you read chapter 6. You must complete that worksheet first. Once you've read chapter 6, you will then complete the worksheet on chapter 6. And then at the end of chapter 6, you will complete the Making Connection worksheet. For your Aspire to Do assignment, students, continue reading your book, revisit and review all notes, study all of your vocabulary words, write down, define, learn, study any unfamiliar words that you read in the book, plus complete all of your vocabulary assignments. Your mastery check this week will be this. You will take the unit quiz at the end of these chapters. But to show your mastery, you will begin to prepare a draft summary essay of the book with your personal takeaways and perspective of what happened then and what's happening now. In other words, this is a draft. It is not your final essay, but it will be your draft. You will also take the unit quiz and begin your draft essay. So, we have a lot of work to cover, a lot of ground to cover this week. Make sure you are focused on your assignments. that you turn them in and that you make sure you've completed your assignments. Until our next class, have a great day.